What's up, Nerf Herders? Hope you're all doing well out there and having a great day. So we just got done with PG Psycho Goreman, which can only be described as an aggressive orgy between Harry and the Hendersons, the Toxic Avenger, the Power Rangers, and blended in with the Little Masters of the Universe. If all four of them had an aggressive orgy and left a wet spot on the bed and somebody accidentally came across it and had an unplanned child, this is what you would get for sure. I had a really fun time with this movie. We're going to talk non-spoilers here for a bit, and then definitely we'll be getting into some spoilers on this. So first, make sure you hit that subscribe button, though, and click that bell for notifications, and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content here. So starting off with the non-spoiler review, PG Psycho Goreman, in a nutshell, are these two kids, brother and sister, who are playing this game and have obviously a competitive childhood together, stumble across this gem and awaken this ancient creature that's just ready to wreak tyranny on the earth. And that's where we kind of run with this here.
Yeah, that's kind of all you can give away.
Yeah.
This movie was just so far out there, and if you've seen the trailer, you don't know what you're gonna be in for, at all. Like I saw the trailer and I was like, man, this is interesting, this is intriguing. And then you see the movie and you're like, all right, that was not what I was expecting it to be. Like it is, but it's not, So I mean, we'll have to definitely dive into it. But yeah, I mean, basically this creature from the universe basically wreaks havoc on these kids' lives, and they kind of have a blast with it. I'd also throw in a little Terminator 2 vibe with it.
Yeah, totally, dude.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about with this one.
Yeah, I had a fun time as well, man. I loved the little girl in this was absolutely amazing. Both the kids I thought were great castings, but the little girl just shined. I would love to see her in more childhood things before she ages, because I feel like she's got such a screen presence for being such a young actress right now that I would be really excited to see what else she could be involved with, because she really commanded the screen in every spot she was in, and really was kind of given a difficult task for such a goofy type of a movie, but to also be like this very powerful presence over every single person that was in each scene with her. It's really her movie in the end, and she was fantastic, and she's controlling PG throughout the whole thing. She's got this amulet, and it's almost like the amulet in Monster Squad, dude. It's just like if you got the amulet, you kind of have the power. And she's controlling PG Goreman, who the whole time is just like, the second I get my hands on this, I will murder you all. I'm going to bathe in your blood. So all he wants to do is kill him, and she's just running the show.
This is the darkest humor, bro.
Yeah, dude. Totally.
I don't know. I think there was a lot of really cool elements about this. I think the little girl Mimi, she shined. Her brother Luke was really funny. He kind of played
perfect,
that little beta male,
Yeah.
just like getting pushed around by her, and she's kicking his ass the whole time. Even the parents were pretty funny. Like the dynamic of the parents, the father was just kind of like, I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
The mom was like the only one who had kind of any logical sense in the film. And the father was just this like terrible dad, but he's okay with it,
Yeah.
And that's what I love about this movie is it's very self-aware in that all of the characters are just very far out there. The story is so far out there. Just everything about it is over the top, but they are okay with it. And they make it like very apparent that that's what they're looking to do with this film.
Yeah, totally, dude. And that's where I felt like that whole Toxic Avenger feel came into it, because it's so over the top. Toxic Avenger just kind of roams about, and it's just like everybody just acts as if like it's normal, but it's out there, and then it's normal and it's out there, but you just kind of get away with it because you accept what's happening in the movie. And this movie takes all the liberties with that. And then you blend that in with the Power Rangers, dude, where you get a bunch of these extra characters, and it's like you're with Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed, dude, out there in space with like the Round Table and all of like the villains and stuff, and it's like, you go down there, get those Rangers, and like, dude, and they even had the sparks going, dude.
It's funny because the movie doesn't really like make a lot of sense in that they give you a backstory as to like where PG comes from, but they don't really tell you that much more. Like how the fuck did this guy get like buried on the planet Earth out of all like planets, and how did he not get found until now? But the funny thing is you don't really care about that. Like you forget about those little things that like aren't, I guess, necessary at the end, but it kind of brings you back to some of those really B movies from like the 80s and 90s,
Yeah,
like
dude.
Power Rangers, Masters of the Universe. What was that one, that Kroll? Just one of those weird, creature feature like action sci-fi movies
Yeah,
that is
dude.
just like total practical effects,
Oh yeah,
and it's
let's
not
talk
even
about
like
those effects too in a sec.
it's like it's not even that they're wearing like crazy intricate costumes. It's almost just like they grabbed a costume from the store and put it on, and it's a one-piece suit, and
Right.
it's a one-piece suit, but it works. It works
Yeah.
very well. Like even PG's outfit was clearly just a one-piece suit, like a big piece of latex that someone molded to him. But like that's okay. It doesn't have to be like Avengers quality costume. It's still awesome and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, dude, it works perfect for the dynamic and context of the film. And yeah, let's talk those practical effects real quick, and then we'll get into
Yeah.
the spoilers because this film, if you're a practical effects whore, this film is loaded with amazing practical effects. Like they went
Yep.
above and beyond with really good gratuitous gore, and the practical effects looked awesome in here.
Dude, I love like when he turns the little kid. Oh, this will get a spoiler, so we'll talk about this later. But
Here,
yeah,
let's
like
just
there's
do it,
plenty
dude.
of
Let's go
there's
into it.
gore, dude. There's gore all over the place with this damn thing, dude. He's chopping people's heads off, ripping their spinal cords out. He turns a little kid into a little like freaking meatball brain thing, dude. It was so funny to look at. The final battle sequence, he's ripping body parts off of his like enemy and basically turns it into like a meat sword, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's just like this over the top gore, but it works so well, man.
Yeah, no, it works perfect, dude. And let's full blown spoiler with this stuff, dude,
Yeah.
because there's definitely some highlights in this here. So if you haven't seen the movie, go check it out. It's definitely worth a view, 100%. Come back and catch the rest of this here. We'll talk about some of these spoilers and riding off with those practical effects still, dude. The first introduction we get with like, let's see how badass PG is, and you've got like the thugs hanging out, and of course it's got to be these bad people that you don't care about. I
Dude,
forgot
this is the
these.
total Terminator. Fuck you,
Oh
asshole.
god, dude, straight up. And like when he grabs both their heads, dude, it's just like boom, just full blown predators their asses, dude. Like it was so
dude.
cool.
I loved it, man. I fucking loved it. Yeah, they enter, these thugs that were robbing something or someplace, and they're like kind of looking at all their treasures that they got from the heist, and then PG just walks in and he's just like, all right, I'm just gonna kill you, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
And
dude.
like one of the dudes, like, yeah, he kills him, but then the other one, he's like, you're gonna live eternity, in pain and suffering. And that's part of this dark humor. Everything about this movie is just dark ass humor. Like the little kid is just like, all right, see you later, and he's just like, or what was it? What was that line that he gave where he's like, I hope you're doing okay, and he's like, I'd be better if you were dead. Or
Yeah,
something,
dude. Yeah.
Like just these very dark things that he's saying to these little like innocent kids is just insane. And then,
Yeah.
like you said, it's just scene after scene of just gratuitous violence, but it works so well for this.
Yeah, and it was super fun with everything too, as far as that, because they gave him an arc, which was kind of interesting. Even though the movie's so slapstick and goofy, you get an arc with PG throughout this, where he starts off just being this murderous behemoth, and by the end of it, he learns the definition and meaning of love by spending time with his family, and he spares their lives.
Yeah,
and he
like
spares
the whole
them,
time,
dude.
he's just like, as soon as I get my hands on that amulet, you're dead. Right?
Yeah.
You're dead meat. And then like even when his goons come to help him, and then the goons actually end up turning on him, he kind of learns that like I guess it's just his bond, and that's where I bring that Terminator 2 vibe in. Is that he's kind of like the Terminator in this, and that he's learning, he's adapting, and at the end, basically the kids trust him, right? And they give him the amulet back so he can defend himself. And then he ends up saying, okay, I'm going to make well on our bargain. Your family is safe. I'm not going to kill you, and thank you for teaching me, the meaning of love and happiness. And then now I'm going to go fuck everybody up.
And then he's on the news just destroying, like Godzilla, dude, just destroying everything. And they're just sitting there and just like, well, we're a happy family again. We found our love,
Yeah. The
wild,
humor in
dude.
this movie was very dark, but it also had some pretty like almost like late 2000 or like I guess 2010s like hot rod SNL slapstick dry humor to it as well, which I thought worked really good.
Yeah.
Even like just especially the comedy coming from the parents and the father in general. The father was just hilarious. He's just even says, he's like, I know I'm not a great father, but I'm going to give you this fatherly advice.
Yeah,
I got
dude.
this, van with this stranger, and he showed me his baseball. It was just like the way that he delivered those lines was so funny.
Yeah.
And it ends on such a high note, you know. The movie ends and it makes you feel good, and it's weird that it makes you feel good because it's such a dirty, violent movie, but it I don't know. It left a smile on my face.
Yeah, it's like that's how these movies almost they get away with that stuff, man. It's like they're so goofy and out there, but somehow it finds a little bit of heart in there, and you get that connection back with the brother and the sister in the end, and it's cute, and they end up having their whole little game of crazy ball and stuff. There's all these. It's just one of those wild ass movies, man. That just it's got a little bit of the feels in it. It's got gratuitous gore. It's fun. It's out there. If you like wild, just weird movies, this is perfect for you. A fan of the Power Rangers, any of that, dude.
Yeah, this is 100%. If you take the Power Rangers and morph it with like Masters of the Universe, you know what I mean? Morph it.
Yeah, dude.
And this was done by the dude who did The Void, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And you got that vibe, man. You totally got that vibe from The Void. So I think this dude has a lot of work, you know, that he's going to be putting out in the future that I'm interested to see. Because
totally,
this was
dude.
A really cool follow up to that. The soundtrack was awesome. You know, just total 80s metal vibe, which I loved.
Yes, awesome score.
Then,
very Power Ranger-esque too.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's just like very speed metal that like you're not sure why it's in the movie, but it's there and it fits really good.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know. But then that ending scene, this is what I love about the humor about this movie, of how it's so self-aware, but it's just when the parents of the kid who got turned into the meatball, they're just sitting down to dinner and it's so normal. It's a normal dinner. They're watching news like a normal family. On the news, Psycho Goreman's just wreaking havoc on the town, killing everybody, and they're just so like chill, right? Like it's just like, oh, it's just another day, right? No problem. And then the little fucking kid like waddles up to the seat and like starts eating with his little tentacles, and it's just so like, normal, you know? Like, I don't know. It was a perfect ending because it really drove home the humor that they were going for in this film, and that it's just like, hey, we know this is freaking over the top and we don't care. It's fun. It's beautiful. It's awesome.
Dude, absolutely, man. So Psycho Goreman, do you recommend?
Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. Anybody who likes horror, sci-fi, comedy, this is right up your fucking alley, especially if you're a big 80s B-movie fan. Get on this.
Yep, I'm with you, man. High recommendation for me as well. Ton of fun. One of those movies that I think is setting out to almost have that cult status to it, and it's going to find its audience with that for sure. This is just one of those movies that comes around every once in a while, and it's going to staple itself in there somewhere. So check it out. If you guys got to the end of this video here, super appreciate it. Leave some comments down below. I'd love to know what you thought of PG Psycho Goreman. And again, hit that subscribe button, click that bell for notifications. And if you enjoyed the video, click the thumbs up. It will help us get this video moving out there. We are trying to build this page up here, so all the support and help would be absolutely appreciated, and that would be great. Thank you all again, and we will catch you in the next video.